that's, I ain't supposed to be parking here or something like that years ago. And I just realized that's the place I parked at years ago where you said he was parking at.
And you said what did they tell you?
He just told me to get my ass from around here. He wasn't nothing really racist, but no, yeah, he ran me off his property years ago. I delivered that same Walmart. I delivered there like 4 or 5 years ago when I was over the road, and I parked there like late night one time and tried to shut down, and I think probably like 15, 20 minutes later, somebody come banging on the truck. It was like him and like a guy in like a Ford pickup truck, and there was 2 guys, and he told me, am I getting service? And like, am I getting a truck or trade work? I told him no. He told me I could get my ass from up around here then, and then I got up out of there. So, and I just realized that's the exact place where I was parked, where you said that his truck was parked, and that video where you took the video showing, you said it was like some rope in the grass and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been parked. I was parked there before. I think it's called like JNR or TNR or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly the spot. I think that something happened between him and the people on that property.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? The person that you just heard is a trucker from Texas, and he is giving information that's going to confirm some information I just received about an hour ago about what really happened to Javion McGee. Now, as you know, yesterday I put out the photo that shows Javion McGee in the custody of 3 sheriff officers on the lot of TNR trailer and truck repair, or somewhere there in the vicinity. Now, everyone has seen that photo. You can look and see it here. However, I received 2 more photos, and people have analyzed those photos. And first of all, I do want to thank everybody who's coming in with things that I've missed, things that they've seen, things that they research. I thank God for y'all. First of all, give honor to God, because he's making all of this possible, and he's revealing these things to us as opposed to the narrative that was first put out there. But someone sent me this picture right here, which is a variation of the first picture that I showed you guys. And if you see there, they zoomed in really, really good. And opposite of the silhouette in the window, they labeled the diagram, as you can see. Now, if you see there, that does look like someone laying on the ground in a white t-shirt. That's also look like the head and also a hand right there behind the officer. And the officer actually looks like he has something in his hand, and it could be attached to Javion. Now, here is another photo, which once again outlines it a little bit clearer. These photos are sent by 2 different people. And there again, you have that body, or what looks like a body, behind the officer, but also you still see the body in the silhouette. So maybe Javion was leaned upon the car, and many people now suspect that Javion had already met his demise during this photo. And this all makes sense because I did receive word from someone who is in contact with someone close to the family that the family did find out that Javion had contact with the police. And the information that I'm going to share with you is probably going to cooperate with this story. So just stay with me. We're going to skip the introduction today. But before I give you that information, I want to show you guys this right here. These group of brothers right here are a biker club, and I think some of them are truckers, or maybe all of them are truckers. And they gathered at the gas station right across the street from the TNR tractor and trailer repair. They had about a 20-minute speaking engagement where several of them spoke about the conditions of black truckers on the road. A lot of other things. They use strong language, so I'm not going to play all of it. I'm probably going to play that tomorrow so you guys can really get the climate of these gentlemen. Now, they came out about 100 deep, both black and white. So I do want to make that clear. But I'm going to play the last part of it because I do want to shout out these brothers, because what they did is a testament to strength. So y'all just watch this. This is the end of the meeting where they had actually walked to the scene where Javion was found. So I'm going to play this real quick, and you guys can watch it along with me.
Guarantee them cameras on us today. Come to
oh man, motherfucker, sit right now. We got how many businesses on the cameras on that? Hey, look, keep it at 100. You know how many trucks come through this bitch? Look at how many of them got a park.
Hey, my thing is, fuck this tree. Let's pull this bitch down.
Pull it down.
Let's pull this bitch down. Everybody get together. Let's pull this bitch down. Fuck it.
You got it. That's
All right, so there you see the brothers, and both white and black brothers, tearing that tree down, standing in solidarity against evil and unrighteousness. So I want to commend those brothers. Actually, somebody called me from a private number last week and said that they were going to be there, but I thought it was going to be on Saturday. But I received the call today. Somebody showed me the picture that I showed you, and unfortunately, I was not able to make it in time, but I was able to see the results of the meeting. I'm going to play that meeting because the brothers bought out a lot of points, but I don't want to focus on that. But I had to share that today because I really want to get you this information that was given to me on how Javion really died. Now, this group, because I want to show you this picture right here. Now, remember yesterday, I made the assertion that the TNR trailer and truck repair may have been related to the TR's lounge. Now, if you remember, two men spoke about the redneck KKK bar that was right around the corner. So this is that bar. I showed pictures of it, and you see they have the Confederate flags. If you look on their Facebook page, they have all sorts of Confederate flag memorabilia. And let me say, because I did have a couple of an apologists in the comments saying, okay, the rebel flag doesn't mean racism, Southern pride, whatever. Now, if you know the history and what people have been, trying to get those flags removed, because they are a reminder of the time when that Confederate flag stood for the group of people who wanted to keep black people enslaved. So for people who are apologizing for that, it shows the insensitivity that they may have to others who feel some type of way about the flag. Just like if I'm waving a Nazi flag and some Jews say, we don't like that flag, oh, this don't mean nothing. This just means German pride. You know what I mean? Make that make sense. Nevertheless, I want to show the pictures because you see here, this bar had let the Hells Angels gather at their bar. And so that's ironic, that, these group, and plus, I'm definitely not, advocating any show of force or violence, but, it always seems like these things happen to people like Javion McGee when they're by themselves. And we all know that, the Triple K group used to wear, with towels and, sheets around their face, which once again, in my opinion, is an act of cowardice. Nevertheless, I made the assertion that, both the owner of TNR Tractor and Trailer and TR's Lounge may be the same person. Now, once again, I think to all of the viewers, all of the engagers who hit the ground running, and they did the research and they found that the owner of, and you can look right here, TR's Lounge is a one, Mr. Thurston Robertson. And as you see right here from this Better Business Bureau link, this is, he is the one who owns that TR's Lounge. Now, once again, when I made that comparison, I was just saying, okay, maybe these things are related, but I in no way suggested that Mr. Thurston or anybody who goes to that lounge had anything to do with it. But what I was saying is, if this place who flies Confederate flags and does those things like this, then if this happened on their property, their other property, then that may implicate them to some extent. Now, there was a Facebook post made by a young lady, and I'll show it to you. And she took my pictures from the video from yesterday, and this is her post. She said, so 3 Franklinton police officers, picture below, had Javion McGee in custody the night before he died. They took his phone after he begged to call his mom. Why is this information hidden? It was said they beat his face till it was unrecognizable. Is this why they don't want his parents to see his body? This is the bar close to where he was found at TNR Repair Lot. My question is, who is the owner of the bar TR's Lounge? Now, of course, once again, people have found that owner. One person said that he owns the other tractor and trailer repair, but I could not confirm that. But his post also confirms that. But just let me show you the proximity. This is the proximity of the bar on Peter Gill Road and Vanco Mill Road. It's about 3 miles, less than 4 miles away, 6 minutes away. And so once again, that is a reason why I brought that bar up, because a couple of gentlemen mentioned the Redneck Bar around the corner from the lot, which is almost going to tie into what really happened to Javion. Nevertheless, this gentleman put out a statement, or the TRS Lounge put out a statement, and they are disavowing or denying any involvement with the death of Javion. Now, the TR's Lounge and Grill stated there are posts going around connecting TRs with what happened to Javion McGee because it happened besides TNR Repair. These two businesses are not connected in any way. We did not have anything to do with it and have been deeply saddened by what happened. We send our condolences to his family and pray justice will be served. Now, that is a very eloquent and responsible statement. Now, once again, I cannot confirm or deny if those two businesses are related, but in a town that small, in a places that close together, I'm pretty sure that they know one another, right? So once again, I just had to share that because I thought that was, funny. I guess they've been hearing the videos and seeing the videos and things like that. But also someone pointed out, and this may be a reach, But I want you guys to watch this picture that I shared yesterday. And somebody pointed this out to me. If you see, this is a Halloween scene at the bar. And if you look at the white ghosts have a free-flowing sheet around them. It flows all the way down. But then somebody pointed to the black ghost, and the black ghost has something tied around his neck. Now, that is what somebody pointed to me. I don't know if that is some subliminal message, but I just had to share it because it was shared to me. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. But let's get back to the night in question. Now, once again, I just received this message from evidently a person who is close to the situation, close to the town. And he gave me a pretty good scenario about what happened, in which I feel what happened as well. Now, we all know that Javion dropped his load at the Walmart. Then he went back to that lot and he dropped his trailer on that lot. And the reason why we know that is if you look at the Walmart video, and I'm going to show you here. If you look at the Walmart video of him walking to that truck in the parking lot, there is no trailer on that truck. So that means he left his trailer in the parking lot, in which you heard the gentleman say that when he tried to park there, they came banging on his window and was like, get out of here. And so it is well known, just like the first gentleman in the first video I ever did about this stated, he said, I wish I would have known him or seen him. I would have told him not to park there. Meaning everybody knows that these people don't want nobody on their property. And it may be certain people, but we're just going to keep it right there. But this is the text that I received from this anonymous person. Now, this he says, and I believe it. He said he was on private property. He had no business there. They don't allow drivers to park there because things come up stolen, damaged, or they leave trash and feces in the dirt. The rope was for fitness. The owner's nephew and buddies beat him up because he left his equipment on their property, his equipment being the trailer. When he returned, they had words, a scuffle ensued. They didn't want any trouble because they were afraid he would call the law on them. So they called their friends at the sheriff's office. They made it look like he offed himself at another location and brought him back there because his equipment was there, and made it look like he was discovered that morning by the owner. He also said, I came across your video this morning. It's bringing a lot of unwanted attention here, right? And so this is a text from an anonymous number. He didn't give a name, but I assume that he is someone, familiar with the town, right? And he said, also, one last thing. Now, this is where the rope come in. He said one more thing. He was doing pull-ups with the rope when they confronted him. That's probably why he was around by the fence, tying the rope on the fence, doing some pull-ups. I get it. The homeless guy receiving money is to throw folks off the scent. Like I said in the beginning, there was no homeless guy. Like, that doesn't make sense, because when you see him walking out the parking lot, you don't see him running into a homeless guy. He walks right to his truck, and then he leaves the parking lot. And also, he said they don't allow panhandlers on their property at that Henderson location. So this goes with the narrative of why I think, if you're looking at this picture here, that Javion McGee was already deceased. Now, a couple of people pointed that out in some messages and in some pictures. They say he was already deceased and he was just laying with his back on the car, right? And as this lady says right here in this video,
I mean, we have to be really careful because the most deviant of people that want to do bad things are capable of staging scenes to look like suicide.
you heard her. There are some evil, diabolical people who are capable of staging scenes to make it look like unalivement. And that's what it is apparent that they did. Once again, I don't think nobody is disputing that this picture holds Javion McGee, either in the silhouette, and as the other people pointed out, and one lady pointed out to me, she tried to point it out to me, she was like, behind the officer, that looks like him, until somebody circled it. I didn't think it was him. So maybe he was leaned up on another, or even laying down, and that's just the silhouette, whatever the case may be. And another lady pointed at the blood dripping down from his shirt. And so, why, once again, and watch and listen to my man again.
All your phone number, you put it on tail, I will tell you. Everybody got a wrong. You done hang yourself, man. And the police did that. They're not gonna tell you. They covered that up, man. They got his phone. I'm telling you, they got his phone. He say, please let me call my mom. Please let me call my mom. And then the other policemen stopped him. They're gonna set him on fire.
Yeah.
In the world, different. It's 3 police, but 1 police stopped him from setting him on fire.
He said they took his phone, man. He said they wanted to set him on fire, but the other officer stopped them. And you can tell by this picture, they're looking like, okay, what are we going to do with him? This is a picture of them literally plotting, what are we going to do with him? And so, why isn't this being investigated to the fullest extent? Well, let me give you some more information from a black resident. Now he is like, no, it wouldn't go down like that. But this is what he said. Brother, I seen your video and respect that you are keeping a spotlight and attention of Mr. J. McGee untimely and unfortunate death. Bro, I'm reaching out to you because one of your interview videos disturbed me. I'm a 47-year-old black man born and raised in Henderson, North Carolina, the West End of the community to be exact. And that young lady saying that the KKK ran her out of town, out of my hometown, and to also say that our black community is cowardly and cooning and afraid is absolutely incorrect. And I feel you, my brother, because I get that spirit from him. I get that spirit like, nah, it ain't going down like that. In fact, when my community received word in the neighborhoods, myself and others began making inquiries, and as the young ones say, we pulled up. I am a child of the movement and the lesser-known armed struggle. There are many freedom fighters that call this area home. Now, here's where the problem lies. He said Curtis Brain, the Vance County Sheriff, is unfortunately a longtime coon / Sambo. And yes, like in any other other towns, there are small pockets of white boys back in the woods with those racist mindsets, but they don't control East in Henderson. That's why they live in the country. Now, I respect my brother for his words. Now, I feel him like I feel his energy on that. And so that's why people are saying, well, the sheriff is a black man. That doesn't matter if somebody who lives there knows that he's a longtime coon and Sambo. Now, also, I don't know if this is true. They said that Sheriff Brain got hands and feet put on him from some brother. That's why he was in the hospital. They say he got some hands and feet put on him. And somebody told me that it might have been some hard-hitting brothers from Chi-Town came down. Maybe the BDs or the GDs or the Vices came down and put hands and feet on him for trying to cover this thing up. Now, nevertheless, as the man says, okay, you know, he was beaten. His neck was broken. You know, why did they not let his family see the body? Where is the phone? Still no word on the phone. So all of these things lead me to believe that information that I just read from the anonymous texter was correct on what happened to him. You know, they caught it. And once again, all of this is adding up. Somebody previously, about a week ago, told me he had got into an argument with some guys at the gas station. Probably when he pulled up at the gas station, they was like, yo, is that your trailer? Once again, we never got word about the trailer. And so they tried to create that narrative of him walking. And let me show you something else, because I think this is relevant too. Look at this right here from KLLM Transport Services are equipping their new vehicles with Stonebridge's Mirror Eye camera monitor system, which includes external digital cameras. The Mirror Eye replaces a truck mirrors with cameras, roof-mounted wings, and high-resolution displays, meaning Javion's truck has all of the footage. So this is the reason why that they are not showing any footage, just like the brothers who pulled the tree down mentioned in their speech. All of these businesses have cameras, right? But why they are not showing the footage? The reason they are not showing the footage because of this picture right here. They can't show footage. Somebody asked where the body cams was. They're not going to show the body cams if they're literally committing a homicide. Also, the fingernail clippings. They said they clipped his fingernails off. Why? To hide evidence. So this right here is a despicable, diabolical cover-up of the death of this young man. And so me, you, and all of the callers and all the emailers and the texters sending bits and pieces of information. Hey, I found this. Truckers don't do this. Truckers don't do that. You know, I was down there. This happened. The brother. So many people are helping this. It's just not only me. You know, shout out to my girl Mallory Thornton, who I talked to, who has been out there with boots and feet on the ground. You know, and all of the other people who are, sharing the videos and commenting and, doing their own investigations. Man, I appreciate it, because I don't know why this grabbed me like it did. But as soon as, somebody said that he was found with a rope around his neck, that's a signal, that's a smoke signal. And I just felt I had to, I was in Virginia, and I drove straight to Henderson on the way back, because I'm like, no. And once again, I got the police report. And once again, the police report is very informative, because there's no phone. And they perform a sexual assault kit. Once again, why did they, essay this young man in the midst of beating him unrecognizably and breaking his neck? But you see that shit, that disturbs me, looking at that picture of that man just sitting there smiling. And maybe those are his, like many people have gave me so many interpretations of that picture, whether those were his legs, whether he was on his knees, whether he was on his butt, whether that's him laying on the ground, he's already dead, lean up against the truck, like there's or leaned up on the other side of the officer, because that's what they're looking at. But you can see both officers clearly looking down. And so this thing is literally being exposed right now. So once again, I thank everyone. Most of all, we thank the Most High God for giving us, the revelation, the deep and the hidden things. God is all knowing. He's all seeing. He's all powerful. And so, I think once again, everybody, I thank those brothers for going out there and like, nah, we not, we tired of this happening. Both black, white brothers and sisters. I seen some white sisters out there too. Black sisters, everybody's in solidarity about standing up against this evil. I don't care if you fly a Confederate flag or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's your choice, but don't harm people. And once again, I'm not implicating them over there, but I don't care if you do believe whatever, that blacks are inferior, whatever, just don't harm me. I can live with you. You know what I'm saying? I can live without, I associate. I got one of my closest friends is white, and that sounds so racist, right? But you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But don't harm me. If you don't like me, that's cool, but don't harm me. Don't harm me. So, and use your power and use your narrative to cover it up. So I'm not gonna preach, but once again, I thank y'all for watching the videos. I thank y'all for sharing the videos. Keep sharing. I thank y'all for subscribing too, to help this channel grow. I need everybody in here that's watching this video to hit the subscribe button for me real quick. And also share the video. But I appreciate y'all, man, because once again, this is something like people are calling me, said like I can't sleep thinking about that young man. So once again, prayers and condolences going out to the McGee family. I think they're going to lay him to rest, next weekend or this coming up weekend. So we offer prayers and heartfelt comfort to them in their time of bereavement, for his family and his friends. But, we'll definitely, once again, we want to, just blow this whole thing wide open. And everybody's saying, send the videos to the Department of Justice, send it to this. You guys can send it too. You know what I'm saying? You send these videos to, whoever, Roland Martin, whoever, WRL, USA, whoever you got to send them to. I can't send them to everywhere, So you guys take them and you guys send them to the FBI, Department of Justice, whoever, to get this information. Hey, look, this is what's going on, because we see right now they're not going to investigate themselves. They're not going to do the right thing by this. So we have to bring an outside entity to accomplish this. But nevertheless, may God be with you. I pray the prayer of Psalm 91 over everyone listening, that no evil will befall you. 1,000 shall fall at your right hand, 10,000 at the right side, and it shall not come near you or us. We will not be afraid of the terror by night or the arrow that flieth by day. He will give his angels charge over us to protect us, so that we won't dash our foot against a stone. And with long life shall he satisfy us. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the wings of the Almighty. We will be free from the noisome pestilence. All of those things. We pray the prayer of Psalm 91 over each and every one listening. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day, night, or morning, whatever time that you're watching this video. Peace and love.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop. Taylor House Publishing.